PSA to Mr. Harry Park. If you need my Venmo, just DM me. I got you.
Hey!
We are back for another week of K-pop things.
What's up, guys? It's your girl, Kat. Ayo.
Hey, I'm Cynthia, and I just want a Coke right now after watching BTS's commercial. Thank you.
Hey, thirsty. Hey, everybody, it's Terica, and I see 101 and got 7 next week.
Woo! And this is Carolina, and I see 101 and got 7 next week, too. Woo!
And we're not your average fangirls. Snaps and claps, everybody.
Snaps and claps.
Oh, my God.
This is our 4th week.
We've done this for a month.
Really? Wow.
Can you believe?
This is the longest committed relationship I've ever had.
Truly, same.
Also, just as a reminder, we are doing a GOT7 ticket giveaway. Check out our Twitter. That it will be linked in the description to find out how you can win the ticket.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounded like an infomercial.
Right.
Thank you. Oh my God, I also do weddings.
Just hit her up on the Twitter.
The Twitter.
It's been a crazy week again in
As
this
per usual.
world of K-pop.
We have a bunch of music that came out, a lot of crazy announcements that came out,
A bunch.
and the K-pop world basically is in shambles. But that's all right because it's happy shambles.
Just like our life. Yes. Hambles, if you will.
Let's start with the big thing, KCON.
Ooh, so it was KCON New York this past weekend, and the announcements for KCON LA are still happening. KCON LA is in what, like a month?
About
And some
so, yeah, it's
change,
in August,
right?
something.
Yeah. So, the first thing I need to talk about with all this KCON mess is Red Velvet releasing an English version of Bad
My girls.
Boy.
Basically, I know
Come
some of my
again?
friends that went to KCON New York, and they just said that once they switched over to English, everybody was just like, all right, yeah, they didn't notice. And then it was like, something's not right. And that's when they realized. And if you watch videos, you can hear the moment that everybody's just like, okay. Like, and then 3 seconds pass and everybody starts screaming. But it was so good.
Oh my
and
God.
lyrics wise, I'm just like, yes.
The
I
English
know.
lyrics are like, ooh. I was like, yeah.
I honestly expect nothing
okay.
less from them. Like,
You're right.
queens.
You're right, girl.
Reminding us
Power.
that men are trash.
Men are trash. Unless they're sweet,
That's
then we
right.
want them to be in our cookie jars.
That's
the message I got from that.
Duality, all right, all right.
Mrs.
Also,
Do-It-All. That's what we
now
should
that
know.
we're talking just Red Velvet, SM, NCT doing Whiplash, all right. Let me just say that I was not expecting this. I wasn't watching the live, but I remember that.
I
who was it? It
was.
was like
Oh, I
Momoland
was.
was on. Who was on?
No, it
Fromis
was,
9. From
Yes.
Feminism.
Yeah.
No. It was the special.
Oh, well,
and
yeah.
then it was a special stage with Ellie from EXID.
That's right.
And she did Velvet, and I
Yes.
was like, yes, okay. And I was like, yes, fuck it up, Ellie. And then it like dimmed, and I was like, oh. And then I heard was dun, 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 dun. I was like, no.
Same, because I thought that EXID was coming next, and I was like, okay, cool.
Same.
But no, that's not what happened.
And
You
then
thought.
And then there was Taeyong with his fucking Yankees cap and the skinny jeans, and I was just like, kill me. I
Oh
was
my
like,
God,
kill me
Mark
now.
looks so damn good. Dancing like that dance. Oh my God, they just killing it, giving the people what they want.
One bone that I have to pick is that Taeyong didn't get to sing the bridge, but it's okay. I'm a little bit bitter because that's my favorite part of the song, but I'll let it go for the better of NCTzens. Okay?
Oh my God.
The NCT citizens.
Is that how
I will
you
let
say
it
that?
go.
Like, I don't even know how to say the damn fan name. Like,
Yeah, it's like NC citizens. The way they say it, it works, but I can't say it.
They don't care as long as you spend your coin on them.
hashtag
There you go.
English.
I'm pretty sure it's N citizen.
In citizens. I don't even know.
That just sounds like we're trying to say anemone like Nemo.
Anonymity.
But I still, that song, I love that song so much, but I still, like, I still can't get over the fact that he wrote it like it was inspired by his sister.
You know he
Taeyong,
lying
Girl,
about
that's
that.
Such
I was like,
bullshit, yeah.
I was like, out of all
Definitely
the
lying.
lies, why would that one be the lie?
I
Like, why
think
would
that I think at that point
You're right.
at that point he got caught off guard.
He
I feel like it was a question. I feel like they
Probably.
probably send them the questions beforehand. He's like, "All right, I got this," and then during the interview, that person was just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, what made you write that song?" And he was just like, "Crap, this wasn't in the script," and he had to come up with some BS. And
No, or he was like, "Oh, I got this. Don't worry." And he had it all planned in his head, and they were like, "So, Whiplash, what's that about?" And he was like, my sister."
panic mode on.
Because if it is about your sister, like,
We really need to
We gotta
talk.
do like a house call.
We need an intervention.
It was something like his sister gives him whiplash because she's always like going back and forth or something, like, or making him like go back and forth or some I don't know. I was just like, I blinked out at sister.
I know.
Sure, Jan.
Who the
Exactly.
fuck calls their sister Shorty? Like, Little Babies and Stray Kids were also there at KCON.
Oh my
I
god,
watched their
yes.
set, and it was so good. They're so good live. I really want to see them live.
I know.
But the big thing that happened with them is that they were at Pride in New York.
Oh my god, I'm so happy they went. And you know that, like, everybody's just like, oh, they didn't know what they were doing. I'm just
Yeah,
like,
they did.
They know. Just let them be. Like, if they want to go, they want to go, and that's that.
What, did they think they were like at like a birthday party? Obviously they know where they're at.
Young legends.
Yeah.
I mean, you can't go to Pride and not know where you're at.
That you're at Pride. Exactly.
You're at Pride. Yeah,
Even if
exactly.
they did stumble upon it or whatever, then that's that. But, like, I read people bashing them for it, and I'm just like, okay, you guys try to be so woke, and when your idols wear something LGBT, you guys are just
You're
like,
like,
yes. But when they actually attend, they're just like, why are you there? They didn't know. And I'm just like, stop trying to be fake.
Fun fact
Right?
about that.
Stop trying to be fake woke.
Fake woke. Baekhyun had some shoes from Nike's LGBT like line called Be True, and I bought them. So there's that. No, they're great. They don't have them anymore, so if you're looking for them, I'm so sorry. But they were rainbow at the bottom, and they were cute.
Oh, yeah, I've seen you wear those. Those are cute.
Yes, thank you.
And as of tonight, Twice and Newest have been announced for KCON LA.
I am so
Which
excited for Newies because
Oh.
just 101 is going to be there. 17 is going to be there. I feel like they're going to do that one special song, 17 and Newies together. And I swear, if I get any interaction Minhyun with Newest What out there, I am going to lose my mind.
Watch KCON pull some shit like putting them on different nights. Like 101's going to be on Saturday and then Newest is going to be on Sunday.
I'll be so mad. They better give the people what they want, and I want all the interaction. Thank you.
Thank you.
KCON, give me what I want.
Dun,
I don't
dun,
want to talk
dun.
about it because I can't be there.
You're right, same.
so-
Never say never. Never say never.
Unless I like somehow obtain lots of money, no. But it's okay because I will be there in spirit.
Mind, body, and spirit.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
AKA watching a live stream and crying.
Same.
They also announced Into It, which is really cool because, you know, they're like a newer group.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Vici is going to be there.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's nice. I think they're like been together for 10 years, so they're
Forever
probably
and
going
a
to be
day.
celebrating that out there. And I think we still have one more week of KCON announcements, so that's
I think so.
insane.
Like, who else? Who?
Half of me is praying. I have a list.
Shiny,
And half of me is
shiny.
praying that someone on that list is there, but the other half of me is just like, girl, no. Please, God, no. I don't have the
Exactly.
funds.
I feel that, Tarika.
Blackpink in
Area.
area.
Ooh.
Blackpink made history again. They've been killing it since the comeback.
Queens.
Highest charting girl group in almost a decade.
Crazy.
That's
They're
right.
like the
I-
first foreign girl group or K-pop girl group that entered the UK album chart. Like, they're killing it.
With that.
And I
They
mean-
hitting them with that did it.
Yes. Listen, that album is so, so good. And I'm so happy they're getting the recognition. Which, I mean, they've always been, honestly, since debut. But it's just really cool to see because recently there was also an article that was floating around on Twitter that it was like, oh, where are all the girl groups at?
Oh my God, yeah.
And I'm just like, okay, basically any girl group
Hiding
that has...
in YG's basement.
No, not even that. Any girl group that has been out, like Little Mix
Oh, I love
and
Little Mix.
Fifth Harmony,
Fifth Harmony.
things like that, everybody hates on them all the time. So, and then you're asking where the girl groups are? Like, what type of double face is that? So it's really cool to see
Right.
because I think, like, Girls' Generation was the last one to enter, like, the charts like that. And now Blackpink is out here, like, doing that.
I'm so happy for them, and I just want, to hear more from them. OMG. Like, please, please.
Right. Don't keep them locked away for another, year?
Oh my
Half a
God.
year?
Please
Like,
don't.
Do you not see what they could be, what
The
they
power?
are?
The
Like,
power?
The power of
I don't wanna talk
Blackpink is what is it? The force is strong with Blackpink.
They have the power of like anime on their side or whatever.
They have the power of God and anime on their side. Because they sure ain't got YG on there.
For real.
Oh.
I mean, they were in like a freaking Batman movie. What more do you need?
Oh my God, I literally
right?
screamed. Everyone in the theater thought I was crazy. Like, it's fine. It's great. My little cousin's like, you're embarrassing me.
YG is slowly falling apart and his ass is getting sued. So,
Oh my God, yes, by
somebody,
Happy,
finally.
by Happy Face, right? Like
Happy
Yep.
Face Entertainment is suing YG for failing to do Mix 9. They aren't even suing for like damages that they should be just suing. They're literally suing for about, I think the estimate is around 10,000 American dollars.
it's probably just like principle, you know? They went and did the show, like all these trainees went through the most, and then he waits so long, like months, to announce anything about it, and then he changes the contract. I'm glad that Happy Face is stepping up and suing.
Well, yeah, this is what, from what I was reading, and of course I watched Mix 9 because of Dunghan and Wow and Jason from Ace, of course, my loves. And I watched it mainly because of Ace. And, like, you put them through some grueling shit, and then to have a set contract in the beginning of everything that happened, to then try to change the contract once the winners and everything were announced, to then just completely canceling it all out. I was like, what's wrong with you? Like, what goes through your mind? And it's not even, and I honestly think it's because Mix 9 as a show wasn't as successful as YG wanted it to be.
Exactly.
I agree. I think so, but I think, either way, it's like when the whole unit situation happened, one of the producers, he said that he was a producer for the unit and for Mix 9. And he said it, like they wanted both of the shows to be what Produce 101 was. But you have to think about it. These other shows, a lot of people are going to think that they're like copying and doing all this stuff. So obviously it's going to be different. And not only that, but with Produce 101, you kind of have had Mnet.
Which is a huge conglomerate.
Exactly. You had that as as the force behind it. Even if it wasn't like what Produce 101 was, you still put these trainees through a lot of hardships.
Yeah.
My thing is, I think the difference with Produce 101, because Produce 101 was mainly like trainees that hadn't been like put out into the industry yet, so they could build these literal perfect idols. Mnet was building these perfect idol groups. Whereas things like the unit was idols that have already debuted, that have been around for a while, that groups maybe weren't as successful, so they've experienced this like heartache of not making it in the K-pop industry, and the unit was like a re-platform. Whereas I feel like Mix 9 didn't really know what it wanted to be as far as like a show. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
I don't feel like Mix 9 had a real like concept behind it, whereas Produce 101 had a specific type of concept, and the unit did.
With Mix 9, I feel like YG just kind of did it to like see if he could do it. Because at first, he bashed like Produce 101 and like the show's concept, and all of a sudden, next thing you know, he's like, oh, I'm coming out with Mix 9. And I feel like he kind of did it just to kind of be like, well, I can do this too, and it can be successful. And he didn't really think it out. And then now you have all these idols who like won this show, and he's just like, ooh, never mind. And like he feels that he can do that because he's YG. So why not?
He does that with everything. He's like, you know what? Let me just try it. And then he does it, and then he like
half-asses it all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then what's really frustrating as well is that he talks so much shit about Produce 101 and then put the trainees from YGK onto Produce 101.
Yeah.
And then when, one of them became successful and was in an idol group, he wanted to like force him out of it. Like, oh, well, he's YGK. Like, we're a modeling agency. I don't want him to be in an idol group because everyone knoes that YG is one of the reasons that JBJ's extension didn't happen.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, well, but like, what do you want? Like, you want your idols to become successful, but then you just like lock them away forever. Like,
Yeah,
He doesn't know
exactly.
what he wants.
No.
He's in a midlife crisis, and I'm glad that Happy Face is suing them. Stick it to the man. You know what?
You're
Stick
right.
it to YG.
Right. But one thing that did happen with YG is that KCON apparently is doing a world tour.
KCON is coming to town.
Literally.
Which, like, I am shook basically when I heard this, because I was just like, world tour from YG? What?
It was in the middle of the night. I was about to go to sleep. I was falling asleep when Kat, if you didn't know, me and Kat are roommates, she screamed and she's like, Icon. I woke up. I like, oh my God. I shot out of bed. I
She was
like,
like,
what?
what icon? And I was like, they announced a world.
I was like, no.
Yeah, so they haven't announced much about it, just kind of like they're doing a world tour. We don't know what it means. Hopefully it means, coming over to this side of the world. But
I hope so, because no one YG's ass.
World tour. New York.
World tour.
Woo! That's it. Like, oh, cool.
that'd be horrible. Because imagine everybody just trying to go to one show.
Yes, and it's like in the smallest venue that New York has to offer.
Like,
It's in
no,
like
please.
a fucking theater.
Oh my God.
Or it's a random ass city. He chooses like
Minneapolis.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas would be
Kansas.
lit, though. I take my ass
Yeah,
out
It
there.
would be. Yeah, you're right.
I would too. I'd make it to there. but
Detroit.
I need
Detroit.
to I need to see them live. I don't know how I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna sell lemonade on the side of the road, but I
Not
will
without a
be
permit, you
there.
won't. Calling the cops.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Be careful, Cynthia.
Not without a-
Be careful.
It's about to get political up in here.
It's gonna be great. YG's gonna be like, okay, we're announcing the dates for World Tour. We're gonna be like, yes, and then it's gonna be like, Icon's only USA stop, Okeechobee, Florida, and you're gonna be like, what?
That'd be lit, because I could just drive.
I'd rather die than go back to Florida again this year.
Oh my
like,
God.
I already did my one stop there. I don't want to go back.
Listen, come over and breathe the water.
Oh my God.
No.
Breathe the
Breathe the
I
water.
can't swim. Thank you. Also, can we just talk about how we were just talking about the comeback last year?
Yeah.
Last year.
That's
Last
definitely
episode.
last year. Wow. That's how long it's taken
Okay.
Icon to come back.
You were.
That's the tea.
But moving on, we had Don Han, our little JBJ baby.
Baby, JB.
He got his first win, and I'm so surprised, but not really. He only was promoting for like a week and got a first week.
yeah.
Got a first week and got a first win. Like I love that guy.
I'm surprised, but I'm not surprised at the same time. I feel like like you said it last episode when we talked about the mini album, like it just suits him, and
Yeah.
he just went so well with the concept and the song, and
And I think
people saw
Joyfuls
that.
are so mad that JBG is gone. Like, they were going to put all their energy into voting.
Oh yeah,
Oh, definitely.
Good.
I think one girl I follow said that she was at one of the recordings for a show, and that there were multiple fan sites for like Tay fan sites and Kenta fan sites that go to these things. And too, Jungkook was.
Jungkook.
I'm sorry.
Wow, this is the
my
second
accent.
time.
Nah, man, just my accent gets in the way. But so Longu, he was there too, and he was nominated to win for first place. So it was really cute, because then after, Don Han just like grabbed him and like stayed with him, made him stay with him and hold the trophy and things like that.
That's so sweet.
And I'm just like, oh, it's like JBJ, but not really.
But not really.
So Cynthia's gonna be happy about this next topic. Shout out to South Korea's national team for getting Mexico into the next round.
Yes.
And you
In
may
the
be
world-
asking yourself, what does this have to do with K-pop? Well, it's a funny reason, okay? Worlds be colliding.
For some reason, Mexico and the Mexican community has somehow established that BTS just signifies all of Korea.
They are the ambassadors,
Basically.
presidents, everything, kings of Korea.
They are Korea. BTS is Korea.
and that's
And
it.
thus, they've been getting radio play on Mexican stations and rising in the Mexican charts. I mean,
It's so funny too,
Amazing.
because somebody recorded a video, and it was one of the stations, and the radio dude was playing EXO, And he was basically like, all day today, we are going to be listening to K-pop. All of these Koreans. This one was EXO. EXO, thank you. Your team saved us or something like that. And I'm just like, wow. And, like, the whole K-pop industry just saved, like, soccer.
Oh, my God. And, like, it was so funny because I don't know what the Latino like equivalent of the cookout or the barbecue is, but they were like
carne asada.
There you go. They were like, yeah, like BTS is now invited to that, and but like it was a mess. And like the video with the kid, like the Korean kid in Mexico, and they were like they threw like a parade for him.
Another funny thing that happened too is when they went to the
embassy.
They
went to the embassy.
So it was like these fan chants are out of this world.
And Latinos are truly so extra. We're such an extra.
Basically, like they went out to the embassy and they were just like, Korea brothers, you're basically Mexican. And I'm just like, all right, with it.
All I gotta say is Viva Mexico.
Hey.
Bringing the world together, soccer and K-pop.
Soccer and K-pop.
Since we're being all global and stuff, GOT7 did get #1 in Billboard Japan. So congratulations to them, my babies. I'm so proud of them.
Baby birds.
I'm so proud of them. And I know some people were commenting because obviously GOT7 always have haters and saying how, well, it's not Billboard worldwide. And I'm like, who cares? It was a Japanese album. So of course it's gonna.
They still made it.
Yeah, they're gonna chart in Japan. Like, let it be.
Yeah, I feel like anytime like any group charts on any chart, it's like a big deal. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
And people try to come for them.
Yeah.
Why y'all so salty?
Like, seriously.
When did you chart, huh?
I don't see you in any Billboard chart. Get out.
Just let people succeed, okay?
Yeah. And also, just a PSA, multiple groups can succeed and prosper.
what?
At the same time.
At the same
I
time.
know, right? It's so
Blown.
foreign for people. But, like, there is a lot of groups out there, and they all deserve the recognition that their hard work gets.
No shade, just tea.
Just tea.
Just tea.
It's time for the fuckery.
Bom bom bom.
This time we only have one, but honestly, it's pretty bad. Take it away, Terica.
Wait, what? Okay, I was caught off guard. I was just like, yeah. So, this week in news, poor Young Jae, sweet baby Young Jae, who only wants to live with his wife and his 6 kids, has been getting stalked. And not just by Carolina. He's actually being stalked by like No, Carolina's not a stalker, disclaimer. But yeah, no, dude, someone hacked into his phone and found his phone number and his cacao information, and they were just like giving it out like it was free candy. They're just like, here, dude.
You get his cacao.
You get his number.
They were trying to be Oprah.
Yeah, and like all these fans are just like messaging him and just I don't know, being annoying, and it got really out of control. And yeah, I just feel really bad for these idols, dude, because they already they give us so much, and then for people to just go out of their way to do things like this, it makes them want to like be more private and not be as active on social media or like with their fans, because they're scared that they might go outside and then like little Becky is gonna like scan his corneas and then she's gonna like clone him or something. I don't know. Still his fingerprints.
Wow.
This is why idols end up like being so secretive that you find out years later, like, hey, by the way, I've been married and have a kid.
Yeah.
Like, what?
Yeah, like they don't want to tell anybody anything.
Listen, Young Jae just be on Instagram posting Coco and pictures of his eye. He don't want your shit.
Just one eye.
Just one, not even 2.
No.
But imagine how annoying that would be. Like, he's just trying to like live his life and he just keeps getting messages. That must be so freaking
It's like
annoying.
when you're getting like collection call, not even collection calls, just like random phone calls, and it's those recorded messages.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's just like how this
the same person
is.
keeps calling you looking for the same person. Like, is Rebecca there? No, this is the wrong number. 10 minutes later, Rebecca? No.
Is this the Krusty Krab?
No, this is Patrick.
This is Patrick.
I was just thinking about that.
No, but I agree. Like, it's just like an invasion of privacy. And, you know, to get to the point that he had to, like, speak out and be like, hey, please stop it, then that's a lot. Especially Young Jae. Like, he's like a little sunshine on earth. So if he has to go out of his way and say things like this,
You know it's a
like,
problem.
yeah, like we have a problem. Just let him live his life. You don't need to know anything that he doesn't want to tell us. This is for any idol, really. They give us enough with all the fan signs that they do, like, and all the, like, high touch and whatever, all the V lives and all, like, giving us a glimpse of their lives. Like, that should be enough. We shouldn't ask for things that they don't want to give us.
They already give us so much. They give up their youth.
Yeah.
They give up their life. They give up their personal space. And I don't understand what fans think is going to happen. Do they think they're just going to message him and be like, you know what, come over? No.
He's going to be like, yeah.
But who has the time? And who has the time to sit down and like, I'm going to hack into whatever insert idol's like phone today. Like, use your talents for something else, man. Get hired on their, like, I don't know, their tech team. And then you can just hang out and talk to him all you want. Because it'll be like a coworker. You'll be like, what up, dude? You know what I mean?
Go do something productive, okay?
For
Cure
real.
cancer. Do something.
Go cure cancer.
Oh, man. But yeah, that's just some crazy stuff happening. Please don't stalk your idols, even if you see them anywhere. It's not cute. And yeah.
So it's time for our mini album review of the week. And I'm so excited for this week because it is DAY6. Their album finally dropped.
Yes.
And
a masterpiece.
it really is. It's gold. Oh my God.
And I know last week we were talking about just the album sampler, and honestly, the album delivered.
Yep.
I still agree that the first song, Warning, it's like an intro to an anime.
opening.
So I will stand by my statement that it's like the intro to the album, and it's perfect because it's called Warning. So it's like giving you a warning, like, watch out, this album too hot, fire.
The lyrics for it, though, are oddly sexual, and I like it. They're very sexy.
Actually, you're right. It's kind of like,
I can't control
I can't
myself.
control
This is
myself.
a warning.
yeah, I'm gonna cross the line, just so you know.
But I can't get over the anime opening thing, like the do-do-do-do-do. I was ready for like Piccolo and Vegeta to like come out and like all and shit.
Start
People go
fighting for
Super
3
Saiyan.
episodes straight. Yeah.
But it's amazing because I feel like Warning segues so well into Shoot Me, like the whole like segue from the first song to the second song. And I feel like Shoot Me is such a great title song. Like that is
Bang, bang.
the
I love
best
it.
for me. That's the best title song that DAY6 has put out.
Yeah.
It's
I would
just
say that too.
it has every element that I like in a good rock song, but also every element that's great in a great pop song.
You know what, too? Like, it's like, like, Shoot Me, the kind of the message, too, behind it with the whole, like, you know, if you're just kind of, like, words hurt as well. It's not just, like, action. So I think that was great because, especially them, they probably get, since Young K wrote all these lyrics, I feel like it might be from personal experience, since they probably get a lot of people, like, talking crap about them.
Yeah.
And it's like, you gotta understand that words hurt, even if you're just typing them out, like, whatever. So, but either way, with the chorus, when they're just like, bang, bang, like, I can already tell that, like, at a show, that's gonna be so good.
I saw it. I saw a recording that they
The
did
live
live.
stage,
Yeah,
yeah.
it was really, really good. And also touching on what you said about the lyrics, I couldn't agree more. When I read the lyrics, it actually hit home for me because emotional abuse is really overlooked because you don't have scars or bruises to show it. You can't just say like, oh yeah, that hurt. But where's your bruise? Like where does it hurt? And I couldn't, when I read those lyrics, it just hit home for me.
Well, even in the video, the whole idea of her hitting him with everything and you seeing the bullet marks in him, but then him doing the same to her, but you don't see the repercussions on her end.
Yeah.
And I thought that was it was the play on the video and the visuals with the lyrics and the music, it just blew, like it was just so good.
Bang, bang.
Mind
Literally.
blown. Yep. But
Bang, bang.
But
literally.
I know for me, at least, like, my favorite song on the album is "Feeling Good."
Yes, mine too.
It's a great song.
And it just gave me like this vibe. Obviously, it's just like a feel good vibe. And after reading the lyrics and whatnot, I know there's one part that says like, let's just like take a trip and like have fun type thing. And it just made me, it gave me like this vibe of being forever young and like being happy and going through life like in a good mood.
Yeah.
And I absolutely love that. So, because the first time I heard the album, that's the song that stuck out the most for me. So when I read the lyrics, I'm just like, wow, yes, this is me. I love this.
Me too. Like when I first heard it, like instantly I was like teleported into like, I don't know, like a 90s like rom-com teen movie. Like it was great. Like I just had this montage of my head of like a group of friends, and they're just like, you know what? Let's go to the beach. And they're like getting ready, and they're like driving with the windows down, and they're playing this song, and they're meeting up with another group of friends, and it just like segues into like a beach bonfire, like surrounding yourself with good people and good vibes. And I loved it. It's my favorite in the album. And I feel like overall, like the themes of the album, like really, like you said, they really work well together. And I think it's just like different stages of relationships, whether it's like friendships or like romantic relationships or relationships you have with just like I don't know, people on the street or like people you come in contact with. You have like these ups and downs, and you have like feeling good. So you have like your yes, everything's great. And then you have like shoot me, where it's kind of like I've said some things, you said some things, whether it's like a relationship or a friendship, and we kind of don't see how we're hurting each other. So like for me, what I got from the overall themes of the songs was like relationships, and not like purely romantic, but just overall, just like the interactions you have with people.
For me, my favorite track on the album is Somehow.
Ooh, that's a good one.
That's my second one. Yeah.
My favorite thing about DAY6, and something that I've always loved about them since Congratulations, was the beautiful mesh of all of their voices together. And Somehow was just another prime example of that. Like, they just mesh so well together. DAY6 does this. They just have this thing where when you listen to them, you can genuinely tell that they just love making music. And, like, Somehow was like a pillar in that album for me. And although I love all the songs, Somehow is the one that like stuck out the most for me. I was just like, yes, DAY6.
The funny thing is that I think recently they said that they picked the parts for the songs by doing rock, paper, scissors. So I think it's funny that, I think it's funny that even though they do rock, paper, scissors to pick the parts, like they flow really well with each member's voice.
Mm-hmm.
For me, my favorite song and a hidden gem is Talking To. I really, really love that song. I could play all day long along with the whole album, which I have been doing since it's been released. It's honestly amazing, and this whole album is probably one of my favorite albums from them. And Shoot Me for sure is my favorite title track from them. Overall, I really am so happy that they released this album. Oh my god. And also, just a little side note, Jay made a song with Gen G, I think is how you call them. They're a LOL World Champs, which is League of Legends. Go listen to it, it's really good. Okay.
Nerd.
I like how they ended the album with Still, because it was like a slower like ballad type thing. And I believe in the lyrics for this one, it was like, you know, even though time is moving, like I just have to wait for time to move on. We sometimes still feel like some type of way towards somebody. I don't know. I think the way that they ended it, just like a slower song, kind of like dramatic but not really type song. I really enjoyed that, especially because they started the album so like exactly, like so rock based,
and then going to bang bang.
So then they went like, and then they just slowed it down throughout. I think the way that the album flows itself it's really, it was like genius. I don't know if they meant to do that. I'm pretty sure they probably did. Maybe, I don't know, but
rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, they rock, paper, scissors what song was gonna go.
What blows my mind about DAY6 is that even with last year, when every month they came out with new albums, they still found a way to make everything so good. It was never like there was one song, two songs that sounded the same, or there was two songs that sounded similar, or there was two genres. Like, they had so many genres, and they do so many different things. And honestly, genuinely, that is why I am such a big fan of DAY6, is because I can listen to their entire discography and just be like, no song is like the other song. And that's dating all the way back to Congratulations, to now. Like, they just continuously pump out amazing, great content that's not just musically great, but lyrically great. And that is a test to all of them, but especially fucking Young K. That man can write lyrics saying baby bebop boop 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 boop, and I'd be like, yes, this is fucking legendary. Yes.
Also, even visually, their music videos are really, really good. Just now that, if you didn't know, Jay makes vlogs, and when I watched his vlogs, I saw how much work. I already knew that they put a lot of work into it, but I didn't know just how much work they put into it, where they literally would stand in a rainstorm looking for cricket sounds for just a specific part of a video or of a song. And not just him, the whole group just did that because, and even Jay said himself, he's like, you probably don't know it and you don't notice it, but it's there.
It's there. We know.
And now that's what matters.
Exactly. And like, actually looking for details now is even more amazing for me.
But it's good because it's like showing that they love the craft, you know?
Yeah.
They love what they do and they love doing
listening
it.
Experience.
That too, because then it's kind of like you can listen to the same song 40 times and each time you can hear something different. Notice something different.
And I just love like I said, I love their voices. I think as far as like vocalists or like rock band vocalists, they're just so good.
I have like a really, really soft spot for DAY6, especially with like everything that happened when they had Just Debuted, and then not only that, but coming, like, at least for me, when I was like a teenager and I was 15, I grew up at rock shows like punk rock and all that stuff. Yep. So seeing a band like doing that type of genre, but then it's like K-pop related, it's like worlds colliding again, and it's beautiful in my opinion.
Love it.
The music isn't just the only reason to stand DAY6. Like, they're funny, cool, genuine guys. So it just makes standing them so much easier and getting into their music so much easier. Because, like, Jay is such a, like, lovable... I love that man. He's such a lovable, kind-hearted guy that you're just like, I love him. I don't know his band. I'm going to check out his band, though, now. Because I like him so much.
He's so funny.
He's the biggest promoter for his band.
Jay just wants DAY6 to prosper, and I am on the bandwagon with him. Stand DAY6!
Do it. It's like Jay is like the Jackson of the group.
Yeah.
Really, though. And just to touch a small base on this, speaking of DAY6, they're gonna be coming on
their
tour. And again, Terika, don't call the cops, but I'm gonna be selling lemonade on the side of the street to try to get there.
I will be there.
Yeah,
I
don't know how, but I'll be there. Catch me there at the California show. And thank you.
Couldn't so bang bang
bang bang now bullet. Ooh, so good. But other comebacks this week that happened, SHINee came back with Our Page, the end of the trilogy for their 10th year anniversary, and I just want to say that it was a beautiful song. Yes. The comeback stage was beautiful. I don't know how. I give props to all the shawls that were there, because I would have been a crying mess in the background. And they were just like there with their group. So I think it's a beautiful song. Obviously hit home. And when I saw the album and saw the last track, when I saw the last track and it said Lock You Down, and then in parentheses it says special track, I stopped and I looked at it and I'm just like, oh no, they didn't. And then I started listening to the album and I'm like, oh my god, this is so good. And when I got to Lock You Down, I was like, oh, this is such a bop, like blah blah blah. And in the middle I heard Jonghyun's vocals, and I lost it at work. So I think that was really, really nice of them to do and have him included in such a special album.
It was needed.
The thing for me is that while I was listening to the album, I didn't notice at first because his voice just is so natural when it comes to being with the other members. Like, I noticed more so in the trilogy his voice not being there than I did with the special track with his voice being there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because I'm so used to his voice just flowing with the four of them that I I literally had to go back, or when you guys were like, yo, Junghyun's voice is on the album, and I was like, what do you mean his voice is on the album? I literally had to go back and listen to it again, and I was just like, wow, I didn't notice because it's just so naturally, like, there. Like, it's just, you know, it's where it's meant to be. So I just love that the first song in the album was a tribute to him, and the last song was like
him.
The last piece of him.
Exactly. That's what I really, really liked.
It was different from what we were expecting, because we were expecting like a really slow ballad.
Oh, yeah.
But it was not like that at all.
It was
like
more
upbeat.
up-tempo.
To me, it was them celebrating his life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. His legacy, everything about him. It was a celebration between the fans and SHINee. And
yeah, and even the music video when they're just like singing towards the microphone stand.
the mic stand.
I love SHINee, and hopefully, you know, just the way that they did this trilogy and how they ended it, it was a beautiful like road to go down with them right now.
The thing that killed me in the MV was the scene with Key, where he's
No, we don't want to
in
talk
the dark
about it.
and the street light is the aqua color, which was also kind of like the thing that happened at a lot of the memorials for Junghyun. My heart was just like, shattered. I was just like, oh.
Yeah, they showed that for all four members. They had a moment with the aqua light, and I think that it was kind of like saying, even in those moments, like he's still there, like he's still there as that aqua light, and I'm getting emotional. Hold on.
I'm about to say, I know, me too. I was just like sitting here.
SHINee will forever be 5.
It's one of those things that he was such a staple, like Carolina specifically, like is the reason she got into one of the reasons she got into K-pop was SHINee. One of the first groups that I was like madly in love with when I got into K-pop was SHINee.
One of the first groups I found on my own. Like everyone suggested things
SHINee,
to me.
you know.
The first group I ever saw was SHINee.
So they're such a staple in K-pop, in that even if you weren't a SHINee stan, emotionally you were hit by what happened, because he was just a force. Like you knew who he was. Like even if you didn't know him, you knew him. You know. So I think this is one of those moments where like a community of fans and people got to band together and show support for a incredibly talented man, and I think SHINee knows that they shouldn't shy away from that, and they are embracing the fact that, you know, everyone is going to be there for them regardless, like no matter their decision, what they do. You know, the fans and the K-pop community in general is always going to be on SHINee's side. I feel like they're never going to have to worry about that, you know.
Exactly.
Yeah.
SHINee, well done. We'll be here for the next 10 years as well.
Of course,
and more.
Without a doubt.
Also, Newest W came back.
Oh, yes, so
and their song is so good.
Deja vu.
And like the breakdown, I was not expecting it. At like the breakdown at the chorus, I thought it was gonna be like but it was like a slow breakdown.
The bass in the chorus,
the
y'all know I love me some bass. The bass in the chorus mixed with Ren's vocals kill me. I was like, that's the sweet spot. I was like, that's the good shit right there.
that bass is everything though, and that one I completely agree. That was like you felt that in your soul.
That video also amazing. Love them.
So pretty.
But also it's really funny because in the music video, there's a random goat, and the theory is that's Minhyun.
That's video the goat. I got the same vibes from DPR's music video playlist. It's the random donkey. I was like,
the goat is Minhyun.
Year of the
It just had to be on the album, you know.
And talking about DPR, Terika, PH1 did come back as well. Dropped a little album with 2 songs, Expensive.
You know, when I read the lyric translation a couple of days ago after I had heard the song, because I was like, I really want to know what the song is about. So I read the lyric translation. I was not expecting him to be so honest
about himself.
And then, you know, it kind of, when I thought about it, I was like, well, it's called Harry. Yep. Like, this is probably a really personal album to him, because, you know, he's putting himself out there with his whole ass English name.
I love it. I love it.
He's like, Harry. when I read the lyric translation to DVD, I just was not expecting. I was like, damn, me too, bro. Same.
There was one lyric that specifically stuck out to me, and I wrote it down. He said, "I got too many dollars. I don't really know where I'm gonna spend it." I said, "Damn, yo."
A problem I would like to
I was
have.
I
like,
know, same. A
he
problem we
needs
need.
my bank account, my routing number. I can help him with that.
Yes,
You want my
Harry.
PayPal, my Venmo? Like,
Harry, we need some moolah. Send it out this way. We got you. We'll spend it for you.
Please buy me some stocks. Thank you.
yeah. But on a serious note,
It's really, really good. Both songs and also the intermission
yeah.
in
I
between.
was like, okay.
It's a great album. I wouldn't expect anything less from him. A genius. I can't wait for the next one.
I love PH, like, his style of rapping. Like, his flow is so, like, mellow.
Soothing.
You know what? How to explain it? His voice is very lazy. Like, the way he
Yes.
raps is very lazy, and I love it.
He
I love
said
it.
that in his song. He said, "Yeah, I'm lazy," but I still. He said something along the lines of, "Yeah, I'm lazy, but my bills still get paid." I was like,
Nice.
"Damn, okay."
Oh my
Yeah, the
God!
way
When
he
he
laughs
said
is-
that, when he said
laughs.
that line, all I could think about was soju. And it's like all my bills are paid, and it's like, oh, him too. PH1 on that. on
Everybody
that
paying
same
their
age,
bills
too.
out here.
Everyone in higher gotta remind you that their bills
bills
are
are
paid.
Higher fam related, my little nugget, Han.
Yes! I want to say one thing is that the album cover was an alien that he draws, and I almost
Oh, he drew that?
ran off the patio.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
So,
almost draws it.
if anybody doesn't know who Han is, he competed on High School Rapper. The last season, he was on a team, Groovy Room's team.
Groovy.
Everywhere.
Let me tell y'all, I love this kid. I love his voice. This song is a fucking bop. It is so good. It was produced by Boy Cold, who, if you guys don't know, he produced a whole album for Sick K. Great album, by the way. Listen to it. But this kid, I love his rapping style. I love him. He's so adorable. That is my son. Yes, higher music. Gang, gang. Gang, gang.
When you see him and then you hear him rap,
You're
it's
like, what?
Yeah, it's so contradicting, but I love it.
He's
And
such a little nugget.
Yeah, he really is. It's an amazing song. I'm really happy for him,
So
and I can't wait to
good.
see how his career goes because it's gonna go up.
Everybody, it is time. Breaking news for Kenzie's bias of the week.
Woo, Kenzie!
Let me just say, Hangyo was fucking fire. And they had my little IM boys, both blonde and looking so fresh. And I say, he's looking so good. But we're going to talk about Hangyo real fast. Wow. The fact that they knew how much we loved Hangyo and wanted him. They had him open up the fucking music video. They didn't just pan to him every now and again like they did with our other baby. They literally opened the song, opened the dance, opened the music video with him. Like, that's when you know. That's when you know you done did fucked up. When you gotta be like, all right, y'all didn't get what you wanted, so let me just put him at the front of this music video. Like, thanks for realizing your mistake, but thanks but no thanks for ruining my life. But basically, he's so fine. Blonde hair, all black, y'all. And then when he spread his arms and then he saw his tattoo. His tattoo. His tattoo.
That was great, Kenzie. Can't wait to see
Thanks,
who your
Kenzie.
bias is next week.
Next.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Woo.
The
Good
love
job,
she
Kenzie.
gives. I love her. Thank you. But it's funny because it's a great segue because our stand corner of the week is UMB. So we mentioned earlier in talking about the unit, UNB is the group that was formed in the unit. So it's made up of 9 super talented individuals.
Who are all bomb dancers.
Oh, they're so good.
The leader is Field Dog, an amazing rapper, dancer, singer, everything.
Tiny
He's
Field
one of
Dog.
those people that can literally just do everything in life, and I don't know.
He breathes great.
And that's why he's super tiny.
That's why he's cited.
Because he can't have it all.
Can't be too powerful. Whoa.
Yeah, he can't. He would be too powerful as he was tall.
But I mean, he already too powerful. He got himself a bomb ass girl. So I mean, like,
you right. You're right. We ain't even mad.
The comeback is called Blackheart. It just happened today. Please check it out. It's a great song. Even their first album, Boyhood, amazing.
It's great because they work on they've worked on like both of the albums and stuff, and you can definitely listen to it because I know the Blackheart was produced in something by somebody else, not them. So you can hear the difference in between that and, let's say, like Ride With Me from their first album. So it's really cool to listen to. But I think this concept is so well for them. But just like with UNB, you know, they come all from different groups, and either, you know, groups that have debuted already like years back and they didn't do so well. And then this is giving them like a new chance to show the world their talents. And I think that how this newest comeback that they had with Blackheart, I think that this is gonna give them way more exposure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And not music related, I love the way they incorporate Phil Dog's art into everything.
Yeah,
like he's always drawing like on their shoes or just doing their tattoos, and I think that's really different. Like I really appreciate that part of like their aesthetics whenever they're taking their like photo shoots for the covers and stuff. It's a nice little touch.
Well, again, he can draw great. He's a great artist. Like I said, he has it all. No wonder he's like 5'2".
You're right.
Stan
UMB. How about this comeback? What would you say is your favorite, or even UMB songs in general? What's your favorite song?
I'm gonna go with Ride With Me.
Oh,
if you wanna,
yes.
if you wanna get into UMB, go ahead and listen to Ride With Me. They have a line that's just like, "Shake your booty now," and that's it. That'll get you hooked. That's all you gotta know.
Terica?
Feeling. I love that song. I think maybe what got me for the song was the music video. I think it's just really like pretty, and I'm really drawn to aesthetics, and so I was just like, yes,
you're right.
I love it.
For me, it's Only One, or from the Nubus album After the Rain. I'm a sucker for ballads, and I really love the mixture of Chan and June's voice together, and they slayed those songs, so that's what it is for me.
Mine is the same with Carolina.
Stan UNB.
Stan UNB. Woo!
Yeah.
Yeah, please.
So, to close this week's episode, should we all just give a quick song?
Yeah.
Song of the week.
Song of the week.
Carolina?
I've been listening a lot. I've been listening a lot to Love Paint by Newest.
Painting.
I don't know why, but it's I've literally had it on repeat today and yesterday and the day before. And I think that was an omen, like the world telling me that they were going to show up at KCON or something.
Hey, that was the first Newest song I've ever heard, was Love Paint.
Same.
Yep.
Good song. I'm just going to get mine out of the way because no shame, it's Shoot Me. Sorry. But that's literally been on repeat all day.
You're right. Terica?
My song is Take Me Higher by Ace. Because, I don't know, I just, whenever I'm in a funk, I listen to that song because it's so bright and colorful, and I love Ace so much. They're just so energetic, and the music video is great, and the concept's great, and the song is great. It's just a feel-good song, and I needed that this week.
My song is a throwback. My song this week that I don't know why I just randomly started listening to it like hella is TVXQ's Catch Me.
Wow.
Yeah, it came on shuffle the other day, and I was just like, God, I love this song, so I've just been listening to it constantly all week.
Nice.
I love when that happens.
That concludes this week's episode. Thank you for listening. Please follow us on Twitter. It will be in the description. And again, just a reminder, we are doing that GOT7 giveaway for a free ticket for the LA show. And just check our Twitter for details.
Yeah, thank you guys very much. And remember to always
fangirl on.